guys. I read 20 books this month. 20. 2-0. That's a lot of books. Let's see if I can show them to you. Okay. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back. This is my July wrap up. I have 20 books. 2-0. 20 books that I have read this month. And I am literally not sure how this happened. But it happened and I'm excited about it. So I have 3 books that I don't physically have in front of me. And so let me show those to you really quick so that you can see what they are. The first one is Teach Me. And the second one is Surrender to Me. These are books 3 and 4 in the Wolf Motel, Wolf something series. I gave them 2 stars. They're very bingeable, which is why I didn't DNF them and why they don't have 1 star. But I don't really hear about them very much. I'm not gonna say that there wasn't a 5th book and that I haven't already read it in the month of August, because it's the 2nd and I did that yesterday. But yeah, so we're just gonna say that this is an extremely bingeable series. I just don't like the main character. He is not my cup of tea, and I much rather have her end up with one of the side characters, but since that's not gonna happen. Okay, and then the other book that we listened to, me and my husband listened to it while we were out delivering together, is this one. It is The Wife Upstairs. It's another Frida McFadden book. It was really good. I liked it a lot. It was definitely very Frida-y. There was lots of twists, lots of turns. You don't know who you're supposed to believe. Are you supposed to believe the diary of one of the main characters? Are you supposed to believe what you're actually seeing and hearing from the other characters? It's very, very twisty, and there's parts of it that make you go, I knew it, and then other parts that you're like, oh my god, what just happened? So interesting books. That one was fun. I like Frida. She's fun. Okay, so let's move on to the pile in front of me. The first part of the pile, it got mixed up. I went to go do my thumbnail and I knocked the entire thing over. So the first 3 I have are the first 3 in the Exia series. This is the, there is 6 study books as well as 3 class books, 3 books from the male love interest's point of view, and then a bunch of short stories. I read 2 short stories, part of 1 book, which we'll do later because I'm not done with that one yet, and then these 3 books. So Poison Study was amazing. It's about a girl who is on death row, and she's offered either to be assassinated or to be the poison taster. She opts for the poison taster. It definitely gives me Throne of Glass feels, because Throne of Glass has got that same feeling to it, and her and the her and the head of the guards have this romantic tension. It very much reminds me of the Throne of Glass world. Magic Study was also very good. I really enjoyed this one. This one is a direct sequel to Poison Study, so I don't really want to talk about specifics too much, but I definitely did like this one a lot. And then the one I liked the least was Fire Study. I just feel like this one was a little bit all over the place, and it was a lot of like action doing, but it jumped around so much that I spent some time, if I stopped listening or stopped reading for a minute, like you've ever had those moments where you kind of glaze over and you forgot what you read, I was totally lost. And there's some books where you can just pick right back up and not be a problem. This one was not one of them. I did like this one. I just didn't like it as much as I have liked the other 2 in the series. I did go ahead and buy the next 3 books. They're the glass books. I bought them from Thrift Books, and they should hopefully be here in the near future. And then once those ones get here, I will start that section too, because this is kind of one of those series that I like to read and listen to at the same time. Narrator's really good too. All right, I also got That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. This one was super cute, super cozy. Definitely a cozy fantasy, definitely smutty. It was a lot of fun. I only gave it 3 stars. It wasn't super intriguing. It had very low stakes, very low plot, but it was still cute. So I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of this one. I think I'm going to be keeping this one. But I don't know. I've read other cozies that I liked a little bit more, but this one was still very cute and definitely cozy. All right, we have the Emily Henry collection, the remainder of the Emily Henry books that I currently have in my house. The first one we have is Hello Girls. This was written with Brittany Cavallaro. This is very much a teenage Thelma and Louise. It was cute, but it was very unbelievable. The stuff that happens is just, it's not logical. And it's fun, but again, I won't be keeping this one. I gave it 3 stars. Nothing wrong with it. It definitely was a fun read. Very much a Thelma and Louise. So if you're interested in, if you like Thelma and Louise the movie, this is a teen version with a happier ending. Okay, the next book we have is Rock, Paper, Scissors. This one was one of the books that we listened to while delivering because hubby is a thriller fan and this is a thriller. This is about a couple that goes into the middle of nowhere to... Well, come here. Come on. Hi. Come here. Come on. Come on. Where are you? Come on. Okay. Hi. Okay, so don't mind the cat butt. I'm sorry. She's needy. And she decided that now is the time that she needs to be pet and be loved. So it's this or she screams. So this one is about this guy who has face blindness and his wife, and they're going out to this Airbnb type of situation that she won for the weekend to try to rekindle their relationship because it has been falling apart. I did not see the twist coming in this one. This one was really good. It was a lot of fun. I don't think I'm going to be keeping it because I don't normally keep thrillers, and it's a book of the month, so it's not the best quality, but it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy this one. The next one we have is Ruthless Vows. This one had a trope in it that I had read a lot of when it first came out, and so I needed to put some distance between me and that trope to get me to not hate this book because of the trope. One of my friends read it in the hype of the trope and was very angry the entire time. She still liked the book, but she was still very angry with it. So to mitigate that anger, I decided to put off reading this until the trope had passed a little bit. But I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. It was a very nice ending. It ended much better than the other Rebecca Ross duology that I read. The next book that I have is Mirror Girls. I did a video on this one. It was beautiful and heartbreaking and very, very sad. But I really, really enjoyed the book. Well, as much as you can enjoy a book that just makes you feel like crap. But if you want more information on it, my TBR reading blog has this book in it. All right, the next books. Oh, excuse the tail. I have the Inheritance Game series. The Inheritance Game is about a girl who basically wins the lottery. She gets, she goes to a reading of a will for somebody that she does not know, and they gave her everything. Her family didn't get hardly anything, but she got lots. She got pretty much the entire estate. And the whole book is revolved around clues and puzzles to figure out why she got all this. Hi. And then the second one is the Hawthorne Legacy. It's just a direct continuation of the first one, and then the last one is the Final Gambit. They are really good books. They're a lot of fun. If you like mysteries, if you like puzzles, if you're a clue person, this is definitely the way to go. There is going to be a separate trilogy set in the same world with the same characters, but this one ended really nicely. So I'm going to wait until the rest of the trilogy's out, just so I don't get stuck on a weird ass cliffhanger, because based on what I just read, I'm assuming that is very plausible. So we had Emily Henry stuff, right? I was going to talk about the Emily Henry and I passed it by. So I have Book Lovers, which I gave 4 stars. I liked it, but it was definitely my least favorite of the adult books that I read. We have Beach Read, which was my favorite. I don't know. This one was just, it was so good. And I actually tabbed a spot. Okay, so this spot is a little bit of history about January, who's the main female lead in this book. She was talking about a memory that she'd had from her parents. And her mom says, "My life," she told him, talking to her dad, "I'm nothing but your wife, January's mother. I'm nothing else, and I don't think you can imagine how that feels, to be 42 and feel like you've done everything you're going to do." That line hit me so hard that I marked it. Because I understand how that feels. I understand how it feels to live your life around being someone's wife and someone's mother and not feeling like you have a personality of your own. And it sucks and it's hard, and I 100% felt this. And this one's just, it was perfect. I loved it so much. And then the next book that I read by Emily Henry is People We Meet on Vacation, which was a lot of fun. A lot more lighthearted, definitely not the same caliber as Beach Read, but it was definitely really cute. I would put this one in the middle. I would have put Beach Read as my favorite, then People We Meet on Vacation, and then Book Lovers. But I had a lot of fun, and these are all of the rest of the Emily Henrys that I have in the house. I have gone through all of her YA now, and I only have her 2 newest adult books to go. On that same vein, I have Ali Hazelwood. I have Check and Mate, which was really, really cute. Absolutely loved it. I kind of wish it was an adult book because there was some themes that were a little heavier that we kind of skimmed across and didn't really dive into in this book. I think it would have potentially been a really good thing to dive into a little bit more. There's no smut in it. It's really sweet. It's really cute. They are adults, but they are like in that 19-20 range, which is why it's on that borderline where I know it's a YA, but it could almost be a full-fledged adult. And I think that the only thing that would make any difference is just diving into some more of the darker themes in the book. But I thought it was really good. I really liked it. It was definitely one of my favorite Ali Hazelwood books. And then my least favorite Ali Hazelwood book is Not in Love. I have no problem with smut. Smut is fun. I really enjoy it. Smut has never been a problem for me. But if I'm going into a book that is smut with no plot, I want to know that going in. Ali Hazelwood is a very plot-driven, character-defining, author. And so I was going in with the assumption that this was going to have some good plot to it. But it didn't. I felt like she sacrificed plot for smut. And that's fine if that's what I know that I'm going into. But she's talking about how there's these really hard topics and how the front of it says, there's a trigger warning page on this one, so hold on. It says, "Dear readers, I wanted to drop a quick note to let you know that Not in Love is tonally a little different from the work I've published in the past. Rue and Ellie have dealt with and still deal with the fallout from issues such as grief, food insecurity, and child neglect. They are eager to make a connection, but not sure how to go about it except through physical relationships. As a result, I think a little less rom-com and a little more erotic. Rue and Ellie's story has, Eli, not Ellie, Eli's story, of course, happily ever after, but it also contains some serious themes, and I wanted to give you a heads up so you know what to expect. I expected more plot. I expected don't get me wrong, the spicy scenes were fun, but I feel like she pushed the spicy scenes and left out the heavy plot points that could have made this book amazing. I don't know if it needed to be a little bit longer. I don't know if there needed to be a couple less sex scenes. I'm not sure what it needed, but I feel like she was so close to something amazing and she just kind of missed the mark. So do with that what you want, but if you're going into it, know that there are some serious themes, but you don't really get to see any of them because it's just not. All right, and then the last book that I have is Once and Future Witches. This one, on the other hand, could have used some trimming. Not that I didn't understand why the book was as long as it was, but I just got bored. I did like it. It was a good book. I didn't have a problem with it per se, but if I had not been out delivering and had nothing else to listen to, I don't know if I would have finished it. So yeah, it's about Salem, like the witch trials, but it's like New Salem after the fact, like they're trying to rebuild. And there's a curse that kind of goes along with this book. It's very beautifully written. I like the main characters. It felt too long. It felt like it could have been trimmed down and gotten the point across in a better way. It was great in theory, but not in practice. So, books I'm getting rid of. I'm probably gonna get rid of this one. I'm probably gonna get rid of this one, which makes me a little sad because I really didn't want to. And then we have the thriller that I'll probably pass along, not because I didn't like it, but just because I like my thrillers on audiobook, and so if I'm gonna reread it, it's gonna be on audio. This one, only because, again, it fell flat at the end for me. It was too out there. And then I haven't decided on this one yet. So that is my stack of books that I've read, and then the stack of books that I'm going to be donating or selling. And then I will talk to you guys later. I do have a book haul coming. It's a much smaller than the last one, but it is still a book haul, so I figured I would give it to you guys. And I will talk to you again soon.